guys, so today I want to talk about a challenge that I'm going to be starting up in May. It'll be May 1st, and I'm really excited about doing this challenge because it's something I've been wanting to do for a little while now, probably for like at least a couple of months. I figured I'd tell you guys about it so you can join me if you're interested. And also too, it's just, I love challenges. Like, I honestly love doing hair challenges. I just feel like it's a way for you to really learn your hair and focus on it and get your hair to what you want it to be, whether it's longer or thicker or stronger, healthier, you know, all the norm, what we all want. We all want healthier hair for the most part. I'm going to share with you guys what I'm going to be doing, and if you're interested, please let me know. I would love to have, you know, some ladies join me on this so we can kind of stick together and work together on getting the hair goals that we want. So the challenge I've created for myself is called the Spring into Summer 100-Day Healthy Hair Challenge. And this challenge is all about doing the best you can for your hair and your scalp and your health in order for your hair to flourish and just be its healthiest and be the most beautiful that it can be. Okay, so the challenge will start on Sunday, May 1st, and it will last until Monday, August 8th of 2016. So that's 100 days to be exact. And I know that may sound like a lot for some people, but honestly, after the first few weeks, maybe even after the first month, you'll get the hang of everything and you'll have a routine going, and it'll be a breeze for you, I promise. We all have hair care goals. Me personally, I want my hair to be longer and I want it to be healthier. Those are the two main goals that I have for my own hair. I know others want thicker hair, they want fuller hair, they also want longer hair and healthier hair. But for me, it's just the length and of course the health of my hair. So I'm going to be doing a few things in order for me to get that long, healthy hair that I truly desire. And I'm not going to say that it's going to happen by August, but I'm hoping that within these 100 days that I have a habit down and that I can really focus on the things that I'm doing during the challenge, even after the 100 days, so that I can continue to watch my hair flourish, watch it grow, watch it become healthier. That's what this whole challenge is about. So what you want to do first is take a before picture of your hair. And you want to do this on May 1st, which is at the beginning of the challenge. You can have a family member take it, a friend, or you can do it yourself if you have a really good camera that has a timer on it. But whatever you do, just make sure you take a picture on May 1st. And it doesn't matter if it's in the morning or in the evening, just as long as it's on that day. And if you have one of those link check shirts, you can also wear that in your picture. They have the numbers on the back, so that way when you pull your hair down, you'll know what number you fall on at the beginning and at the end of this challenge. If you don't have a link check shirt, don't worry. Honestly, I don't have one. I do plan on getting one someday in the near future, but I don't have one now. So what I'll use is one of those flexi measurement tapes, and I'll use that to pretty much measure the length of my hair just to see where it falls at in inches. And if you don't even have one of those, you can use a piece of yarn, like a light colored yarn, like a white or a yellow or anything like that. And just take the yarn, and wherever your hair falls, you just use a marker and you just mark it. All right. And so then the next time you measure it, use that same piece of yarn, and you're going to measure it and mark it as well. And then you'll be able to see how long your hair grew during the challenge. So what you want to make sure you do is take your before picture at the beginning of the challenge on May 1st, as well as the end of the challenge on August 8th. And you're more than welcome to take progress pictures in between, whether it's on a weekly basis or a monthly basis. I don't think that I will. I may just for the purpose of my Instagram so you guys can kind of see where I'm at, but I don't plan on doing it too regularly because I don't want to get so caught up in, oh, my hair is not growing enough or it's not growing at all. I don't want to get caught up in that at all. All right, so I will most likely just do the May 1st and the August 8th, but I may surprise you guys and show some progress pictures in between, okay? So with this challenge, you will have to wear protective styles quite often. What I plan on doing is wearing protective styles 5 days out of the week, and then I'll have 2 days where I can just let my hair be free and be out, and it'll just be extra big and cute. All right, so 5 days out of the week, protective styles. And for me, my definition of a protective style is any low manipulation hairstyle in which your ends are tucked under, up, away. Basically, they're not hanging down, okay? So whether you wear twists, make sure those ends are up. Put it up in a bun, a French roll, or something. Like, just do not let the ends of your hair hang out and touch your clothes and just, you know, be everywhere and out. You want to protect them. That's what a protective style is. For most people, the 2 days will fall on the weekend, on Saturday and Sunday. But it's fine if your 2 days falls in the middle of the week. It's perfectly fine. But give yourself the 2 days to allow your hair to just kind of breathe, or for you to wash it and get it prepared for the next protective style that you plan on doing. But just make sure you allow yourself that time to be able to, you know, cleanse your hair detangle it, and whatever else you need to do. And also too, just to have fun. I mean, honestly, I love wearing twist outs and braid outs, so I'm going to enjoy my 2 days. If you do not choose to wear your hair out during the 2 days, that's perfectly fine, but just make sure you do set aside a time where you can properly cleanse your hair and get it ready for the next hairstyle that you plan on wearing, okay? And also think about any events that you have coming up in which you may want to wear your hair out, whether it's for graduation or a wedding or an anniversary. Make sure you think about those days and make sure that specific day is when you'll have your hair out, because you don't want it to come up on you by surprise and you've already worn your hair out for 2 days, and then the third day is the event and you have to have it out again, and possibly the next few days after that, depending on what the event is for you. So make sure you think about that as well, all right? Another important thing is to make sure you are moisturizing and sealing in that moisture however often you need to for your hair. For me, I prefer to do it every day, but I can also do it every other day for my hair. I know some people do it like a couple times a week, once a week. Whatever that is for your hair, that's how often you need to do it. And I'm going to be doing the lock method, which is a water-based liquid or a leave-in conditioner, a lightweight oil, and for me, a moisturizing cream that is heavy. So you have the L for the liquid leave-in, the O for the oil, and the C for the cream. And I have a video on how I do the lock method and the products that I use. So if you're interested, I'll make sure to leave a link below. Make sure you check that out. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so the next thing is make sure you are consistent with your healthy hair care regimen. So if you have a routine down, you have the products down, everything together, make sure you are following that during these 100 days. And try not to get off track too much. I know we're going to have our moments when we get lazy, we get too tired, something may come up, but try to stick with it as best as you can. You also want to make sure you have all the products that you need. Make sure you're either fully stocked or you have enough for the first couple of weeks. You don't ever want to have an empty bottle, because then you're just going to start using other things in your closet that you have no business using. You may just go out to the store and buy the cheapest, quickest thing that's available. You don't want to do that. So you want to make sure the products that your hair and scalp love are what you already have before you start this challenge. Make sure you have enough. You want to make sure you're also using a couple of hair care lines. You don't want to have 10 different hair care lines that you're using for this challenge, because you kind of want to figure out too what's really working for your hair, especially if you don't already know. So pick 1 or 2 hair care lines, maybe 3 just as a backup, and just use those hair care lines only for this challenge. That way you're being consistent with the products that you're using and the hair care line that you're using, and you can also pinpoint what is truly working for your hair. Before you start this challenge, make sure your hair is clean and detangled. You want to make sure your hair starts off as a clean slate for this challenge, so that when you start to put products onto your hair and scalp, that it's all clean. So make sure you take the time to wash your hair the day before or a few days before, and make sure you take the time to properly detangle your hair. And it's best to do this when your hair has conditioner in it. That way you'll have that good slip that you need in order to tangle your hair more gently, instead of it being dry and you're doing all this and wondering why you're having a hard time taking the knots out. Conditioner always helps, okay? So make sure, again, your hair is clean, your scalp is clean, and that your hair is properly and completely detangled throughout. Okay, so with your scalp massages, you want to make sure you're massaging your scalp for at least 5 minutes a day. Now, when I just use my fingers, I can do about 5 minutes, but if I use my scalp massage brush, I can go about 15 minutes because it just feels so good. If you want to use a lightweight oil, make sure you put it on your fingertips and rub it in and just get into your scalp. Or you can apply it directly onto your scalp depending on the type of oil that it is, like a carrier oil, like your coconut, your jojoba oil, your almond oil, and then you can apply that to your scalp and massage this in as well. And do not use a lot of oil because you just don't want it dripping on your face, your neck, or your clothes. It can be a mess, and that has happened to me before. It was so embarrassing, but I'll tell you guys about that in another video. But make sure you're getting your scalp massages in every single day. And just know you do not have to apply oil to your scalp every single day. I would say like every 2 to 3 or maybe even 4 days, depending on how well your scalp absorbs the oil. Now for me, I can do it probably like every 2 to 3 days, you know, but for you, it may be every other day or every, you know, couple of days or once a week, but it's up to you. But either way, make sure you're massaging your scalp every single day for at least 5 minutes. And another thing is, if you love taking hair vitamins and you feel like they have been working well for you, make sure you are taking them faithfully during this hair care challenge. That way you'll see some extreme growth and thickness and all that wonderful stuff going on with your hair. Personally, I do take hair care vitamins. I'm not as consistent as I would like to be, but when I am consistent, I notice that my hair is just overall healthier. It honestly truly is. And not only that, my skin just looks more radiant. My whole energy level just increases. Like, it's great. So I don't know why I don't take them as consistently as I should, you know, but I'm definitely going to make it a point to do that during these 100 days. Now, if you aren't big on hair vitamins, whether you just don't really feel the need to take them, that's perfectly fine. Or if you have a hard time swallowing vitamins, what you can do is blend them up in your smoothies, or you can crush them and put them into your applesauce, your yogurt, or your oatmeal. That's what I always tell people who say, I can't swallow pills or have a hard time. That's usually what you can do, and that pretty much just fix the problem right there, and you can always take the vitamins, just not the traditional way of swallowing that whole pill that's like this big, okay? All right, so another thing is that you want to make sure you are eating healthy and exercising. I know we hear it all of the time, heard it all before. Yes, it's so true. You want to make sure you are eating healthy. You're eating your lean proteins, your vegetables, your fruits, and you are drinking water. This is the time to try to eliminate the sodas and the crackers and the candy and everything else that we know we shouldn't be eating. Now is the time. It's kind of almost like starting another workout plan, because we know we've all tried to do that when it hit January 1st. Well, just look at it as your second or maybe fourth or fifth time trying this all over again. Really challenge yourself, okay? Because you never know, you might, lose a few pounds or get more toned and all of that, especially if you're exercising. And you want to make sure you're exercising like at least 30 minutes a day. Whether you go out for a walk or you take your kids out and go play a basketball game or some soccer or just run around the backyard, make sure you're doing some type of movement. And I know for a lot of us, exercise just seems very like and blah. I understand, but find something that you enjoy. Whether you like to dance, you can get a workout DVD that specializes in dance. Whether you love to play a sport, go down to your neighborhood park and go play basketball with the guys. It's starting to warm up outside, so a lot of people are at the basketball court now. Go to the tennis court, go skating, go swimming. I mean, there are so many things that you can do. You want to make sure you're doing something comfortable for you and your body, and that's also pretty fun and exciting, and that'll keep you motivated and keep you going during this 100 days. All right, so lastly, I want to talk about something that's very important, and that is finding the time to relax and take care of yourself. This is important, not just for your hair, not just for your scalp, but just for your overall health. It's so important to just take a few minutes out of the day, or an hour or more if you have it, and just focus on you. It's so important. I know that we are mothers, we're daughters, we're sisters, we're wives, we're so much. We have jobs, we have businesses that we have to focus on, but you still have to take the time for yourself. And I'm gonna leave hair out of this, honestly. We have to take time for ourselves, and that means doing things that you love, that keeps you calm, that keeps you at peace, whether that be pray, journal, a bubble bath, get your nails done, your hair done, your toes done, a massage, go walk. If you live close to a beach, go walk to the beach. If you love the mountains, go take a little trip to the mountains. I mean, there are so many things that you can do. And I know you're probably sitting right here now like, wow, I've always wanted to do this. I haven't done that in a long time, but the last time I did it, I enjoyed it. Go do it. And if it's something that you have to plan for, start planning now. But in the meantime, go do something else that you can do now that you can enjoy and just relax, because we have to breathe. We have to learn to relax. We have to learn to just breathe. We have to learn to just be calm. And that starts with us just taking care of ourselves and allowing ourselves to have that moment to just unwind. It's so necessary in life. So whatever it is that you just thought of, if anything, I'll give you 3 seconds to think of something. Hopefully you thought of something real quick if you haven't already. And just do it. By the time you're done with this video, I hope you go out and do what it is. Even if it's something within your house. Like I said, journal or go run yourself a nice hot bath, whatever it is. I hope at the end of this video that you go do it, please. Promise yourself that you will. I know for me, when I get stressed or overwhelmed, my hair starts to get excessively dry. It gets brittle. Sometimes it breaks. I mean, so many like just off things go on with my hair alone. I'm not talking about everything else. I'm just talking about my hair. So I can say that lately I've just tried to take moments to myself. And I'm not gonna say that's like completely made my hair healthier, but I don't experience as much damage and dryness because I do try to find those moments in my day to just focus on myself. And it's not being selfish doing that. Please understand, when you do that, you're not being selfish at all. But you matter, and you have to do the things that are important to you. Okay? You have to do things in life that are for you, that just bring you joy and happiness and excitement. You have to do it. Go do it now. Cut me off. I'm all right with that. I'm okay. But anyways, I hope that this is something that you guys will want to do with me. Again, it starts May 1st and goes until August 8th. And I'm excited because I think that this is something that I can realistically do even during the summer, when I want to wear my hair out and I want it big and curly and just, you know, I want it to be a showstopper. But I'm fine with doing these protective styles because I have hair goals that I'm trying to reach. And even if I don't reach them, I'm not upset anymore because I know it'll eventually happen. But I want to get on track with my hair, and I want to be able to find some things that will help me get closer to my goals. And what I've shared with you guys today, I honestly believe that it will, because I've done all these things before in the past, and I have noticed that my hair does just become healthier because of these steps that I have taken. And now it's all about being consistent with it. So I do hope you guys join me on this spring into summer 100-day healthy hair challenge. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be fun. And I think we'll just learn so much more about our hair and our scalp and just our overall lifestyle. 100 days, it sounds so long to me, but it's going to be so worth it at the end. And I'm excited about seeing the kind of results that I get from it. Even if my hair isn't that much longer, if it's just healthier overall, that's going to be enough for me. That's going to be enough for me. So yeah, let me know below if you're going to participate, or if you're not and just going to be, you know, part of my support system. Or let me know on Instagram, and what else am I on? Or my blog, wherever the case may be, because I'm also going to post these details on my blog as well. You guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.